All right, we're in Chauvin today, and as you can tell, a lot of destruction also in this area. You can tell a lot of standing water also over here. And I'm going to get some clarification on whether or not this is a state highway or a local issue. I think this is a state highway, but we'll clarify that real quick. Hello, how are y'all? Good, good. Martin Folse, HTV.
Melissa Guy.
Hey, Melissa, how are you? This your residence right here?
This is it right here.
Or I guess what's left of it, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Looks like this area was hit. Of course, a lot of areas were hit pretty hard by this storm, but I'm seeing a lot of standing water, and I guess this is problematic for you all.
It's 12 years we've been having somebody to come dig up the dishes, and nobody never come dig it up. All we get is a runaround. And we finally want help. We finally got enough. Enough is enough, because this is what we still have after 38 days.
You can't clean up in the yard because you can't do nothing with the mud and the water. And we called parish, and then this morning I show up, the parish trucks are here. He's just moving stuff. This is all he moved, was just piling out of the ditch and just scraped up a little bit. Then they left, they went down about. He told me they're waiting for a parish permit to dig the ditch. But well, why y'all need a permit to dig the ditch? All we need.
Well, if it's a state ditch or a state highway, they got to get a permit to go on state property to dig it. So how's the mosquito problem?
Oh, they passed in the truck to spray the mosquitoes, but what good is going to do when they're swimming in the water? I mean, the mosquitoes are here. I mean,
and it's not only the water. Everybody's sewage tank overflowed for the storm. So you got all of that crap that you're walking in. Yeah. You can't get nothing cleaned up because every time you got to walk through this. Well, today and yesterday the water finally went down a little bit, but you still have all of this, so you can't clean up nothing until you get rid of the water, and the ditches needs to be dug up.
Yeah. And how long have y'all been living here?
I've been living here 53 years in this house, and they got a ditch in the back that the water drains to, but then now the water don't go to the back because it's stuck in the front. So we can't get the water to go to the back, and we can't get the water to go to the front. So, and this is all water that came from Lake Boudreaux for the storm that washed over the road over here.
Now, some good news for you. Gordy was on my show a little while ago. They're going to build an 8-foot rock levee all the way protecting y'all from Boudreaux and Robinson. So there's going to be an 8-foot levee that's going to protect from that kind of storm we just had. So that's some good news anyway.
Yeah. I mean, because for Zeta, the water washed over the road, passed over this, and I stayed in my boat for the storm this time when it flipped over in the bayou, and they had 5-foot waves that washed over the road. That's how my boat took off, with the waves hitting me in the back, and it broke the ropes in the piling, and I flipped over in the middle of the canal while I was in the boat. But that's all water that left from Lake Boudreaux to get here, to get out.
And just for the audience, what's your name again?
Kim Guy.
Kim Guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what was it like?
I don't want to pass another one like that. I was scared. I mean, I've never put a life jacket on in my life that I remember, but around 1 o'clock I put a life jacket on because I knew it wasn't going to be good. And about 3:30, that's when the boat flipped over, and I thought I was done for a while, but then I got knocked out in the corner of the cabin, and then when the boat leaned over, I just climbed back over the cabin, and I sat down on the door for a good while, for a couple of hours. And then the other little boat that's across, they had 2 of them in there that went down, that came back. And I came out of the cabin, they were hollering, and they knew I was still alive. And I had another outboard that was in the boat shed, and he dropped the boat and came and got us across the canal. One of them that was stuck on this side, and then we climbed up in that little gray shed at about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we stayed in there because that's the only thing we had that we could get in. And
did you fear it was going to go?
Well, I knew it was going to go. I knew the boat wasn't going to stay because it was just too bad. I mean,
how heavy were the winds, you think?
Too much. I know it was too much because at 10 o'clock that morning, my wind indicator went off at 10 in the morning. It stopped blowing. It stopped picking up at 62 miles an hour at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the worstest part was at 3:30.
Right.
So it was bad. They said that whatever it was. I can't tell you how much it was because it was too much.
Yeah, it should be a Cat 5, but just want to tell the audience as we show you these shots here, we're going to check like we do whenever we go interview people, and we don't know the logistics, and we want to be fair. We want to get the guys some help but we also want to be fair to make sure this is not a state highway in state jurisdiction, because if it is, the parish has to go through the state to get permission to work all these areas. But regardless, I'm going to pan over here one more time as we're wrapping up. Got to get these people some help. They pay taxes, they live in this parish, and it's a mess out here, and the drains are clogged, and it might be a situation where somebody just needs to come out here and explain to them why it can or cannot be done. They just want some answers.
It's 12 years we've been asking people or for help to come dig up the ditches.
All right, what I'll do, we'll bring it straight to the parish president and try to get y'all some answers and see if we can help y'all out, okay?
Yep, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
We pay, like you said, we pay taxes. I mean, if nobody claims us, who are we paying taxes to?
Well, all right. We're going to try to get you some answers. We'll take a short break. We'll be back down the bayous of Chauvin, Louisiana.